Good morning. Welcome to the Mad Ones Live. This is your boy, Professor Tony, alongside your guy, Boogaloo Jones. And we're going to be bringing you today Elon Musk, man. Elon Musk decided to go ahead and, rip a new one to this BBC reporter, man. It's 5 minutes of Elon Musk telling the truth. And when you tell the truth, man, it it cuts them up, man. It cuts them up really bad. And they don't have nothing to say, man. They have nothing to say about that. What you think about that,
Yeah,
man?
the truth like medicine. They don't like it. It don't taste good. Everybody can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
So,
Can't say it
yeah.
better myself. Exactly. Can't. That's exactly what
They
it is. So
say the
let's check
truth
out
shall
Elon
set you
Musk.
free. Yeah.
Well, they need to. It's a lot of folks that need to get set free because they
Yeah.
should buy into this meat propaganda. Basically, he was saying who's to decide what's misinformation and what's not. And that's the main thing we were about to get into. Who decides what is misinformation? Because they always talk about misinformation. All right. Shout out Gina first. Good morning,
What's
Gina.
going on?
Andre, we see you. What up? What up? All right. So yeah. And for the morning shows, we're gonna go back to keeping it just to 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. All right.
Yeah.
It's just we just want to get some news out to y'all. And then for any new people coming into the Mad Ones, go ahead and subscribe. We will definitely appreciate y'all. So let's get started.
What I claimed. You just lied. What? No. What I claimed was.
Then I say, sir, that you don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
Who's to say that something is misinformation? Who is the arbiter of that? Is it the BBC?
You literally asking me?
Yeah.
Well, no. You
Who
are
is the arbiter?
You are the arbiter on Twitter because you own Twitter.
Yes, I'm saying, who is to say that one person's misinformation is another person's information?
All right. Don't forget. I just want y'all to have context for those that don't know. They're blaming Elon Musk for Trump winning because they're saying he radicalized the right wing. Twitter has turned into this right wing extremist propaganda machine, and all of the leftists are fleeing to Blue Sky. It's another website called Blue Sky that's supposed to be pretty much like Twitter.
Not much to let you say what you want to say over there.
And that's why they're mad. Right. So they're saying that they're spreading disinformation. So he's asking him, who gets to decide what is disinformation? You, BBC? And he's like, what? All right. So that's what ended up happening.
You literally asking me?
Yes.
Well, no. You are the arbiter on Twitter because you own Twitter.
Yes, I'm saying, who is to say that one person's misinformation is another person's information? The point at which you said that there is this is misinformation, like who is going to decide that?
You accept that misinformation can be dangerous, that it can cause real world harms, that it can potentially cause.
Yes, so the point I'm trying to make is the BBC itself has at times published things that are false. Do you agree that has occurred?
I'm quite sure the BBC have said things before that turn out to not be true.
Right.
It is whatever it is, 100-year history. I'm quite sure.
Yes. Even if you aspire to be accurate, there are times when you will not be.
We've spoken to people very recently who were involved in moderation, and they just say there's not enough people to police this stuff, particularly around hate speech in the company.
What hate speech are you talking about? I mean, you use Twitter,
right?
Do you see a rise in hate speech?
I mean,
but just a personal anecdote, like what do you? I don't.
Personally, for you, I would see I get more of that kind of content, yeah, personally. But I'm not going to talk to the rest of for the rest of Twitter.
So you see more hate speech personally?
I would say I would see more hateful content in that.
Content you don't like or hateful? What do you mean to describe a hateful thing?
Yeah, I mean, just content that will solicit a reaction, something that may include something that is slightly racist or slightly sexist, those kinds of things.
So you think if something is slightly sexist,
like you said, something that you don't like. Everybody don't like the same thing. Right, everybody didn't like them damn with the Decepticons dancing in front of their kids and teaching their kids how to twerk. I don't know. I didn't like that.
Everybody didn't like story time, drag time, right?
Yeah,
you like what you like, and you dislike what you don't like. You're like, it's what it is.
Here you teaching the damn 3-year-old how to twerk.
That's a good point.
That's a
good point. Why are you doing that? There's no need. You cannot make a solid reasoning why you're teaching a child to do that. Right?
Yeah.
There's no solid reason.
I can't rock with that. Now, if you grown and you want to be gay, you do your thing.
Do you know the part that tripped me up? Look, he said, well, some of the things that they say are slightly racist and slightly sexist. How are you kind of a little bit racist and kind of a little bit sexist? How that work? You either sexist or you're not. So how are you making a slightly sexist comment?
Well, so if you want to damn, I'm gonna say what I want to say.
It sound like don't hurt my fifis, please.
Don't hurt my feelings. They say.
Yeah, slightly. So if you're just a little bit offended, then that's disinformation.
Sexist, it should be banned.
No,
is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm saying.
I'm just curious. I'm trying to understand what you mean by hateful content, and I'm asking for specific examples.
Go ahead.
And you just said that if something is slightly sexist, that's hateful content. Does that mean that it should be banned?
Well, you've asked me whether my feed, whether it's got less or more. I'd say it's got slightly more.
That's why I'm asking for examples. Can you name one example?
I honestly don't. Honestly, I
you
don't.
Can't name a single.
The best way to debate somebody when they're giving out, they're spouting out stupid things is to tell them to give you an example and watch them start going. They're either going to get them. This is what they do. One or two things. They start going, they start stuttering all over the place. Or the second thing they do is they'll change the subject. They'll try to attack you on how you look or what you're saying or how you're speaking. You're saying in such a mean way. Okay.
Man, you
exactly
know
what they do.
You showed that clip every day how all these folks sensitive as hell. Like they so privileged and sensitive nowadays. It's like can't say a damn thing. So I love that. That's why I like Elon Musk and Twitter and Trump and the dude that say y'all gonna start regulating these folks. Let these folks say what they want to say.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't got to like my opinion. It's like, hey. Opinion is like assholes. Everybody got one. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's the way I look at it.
But they're saying you have to honor their opinion more because they're the good people.
Yeah, they're the good ones. Let me have mine. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let's see what else. I mean, this is ridiculous. Give me an example. I can't name an example. Oh my God! Can you imagine that?
Or less or more. I'd say it's got slightly more.
That's why I'm asking for examples. Can you name one example?
I honestly don't use. Honestly, I
you can't name a single example.
I'll tell you why. Because I don't actually use that for you feed anymore. Because I just don't particularly like.
Look, didn't he just say that it's more? He said he just told Elon that it is more racist and more sexist on that platform now. And he said, okay, give me an example. Then he goes, well, honestly, let me tell you the truth. I don't even use it. So I don't even know. So he's either lying about it being more.
People are saying that.
Yeah, he's just parroting on what they're saying.
Cause they felt offended. Yeah.
Bruh, Twitter is X. You know, X is so. I'm just gonna start calling it X. Everybody know what it is by now. X is so much better than what Twitter was. It is. You got AI features on there. You could make whole pictures. You don't even got to pay. Whatever place you're going to before, you could do it free on Twitter. You could search. They got an explore page now that actually works. It's like a Google engine. You could pull up videos by typing it in. You know, you don't need the hashtag anymore, right? People are actually on there now. People are getting paid to use Twitter now, right? They couldn't even figure out how to do that before.
Twitter, everything in one. They're a comedy show, a corn hub.
Right. They are. You know, you wrong. You ain't wrong. They are. You could get on there and have a bunch of people talking at once, like Clubhouse.
Yeah.
It's like Clubhouse, YouTube, all in one. Facebook, Instagram. They got an explore page. You can go down and look at everything. So I don't know what they talking about. You just got a lot more views on there now. There's a lot more different people speaking, and that's what they're mad about. That's all it is. Because back in the day, Twitter was literally just left this alone and what they wanted. That's what it was. All right. So let's play the rest of this.
Like it. You said a lot of people are quite similar. I only look
hang on a second. You said you've seen more hateful content, but you can't name a single example, not even one.
I'm not sure I've used that feed for the last 3 or 4 weeks. And
well, then how did you see the hateful content?
Because I've been using Twitter since you've taken it over for the last 6 months.
Okay, so then you must have at some point seen the hateful content. I'm asking for one example.
Right.
And you can't give a single one.
And I'm saying...
I say, sir, that you don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
Yes, because you can't give me a single example of hateful content, not even one.
Hey, did you catch that? He threw in that little UK jab. Well, I say, sir, you don't know what you're talking about. I say, sir.
I'm wrong with Elon Musk. Out of all the billionaires, he's the only one I rock with.
Get him, Elon. Get him.
One tweet. And yet you claimed that the hateful content was high.
Well,
that's a false.
No, what I claimed...
You just lied.
What I claimed was...
You lied. Hey, I gotta clip that, bro. Whenever we got somebody that's lying, you just lied. Yeah, I'm clipping that. We're gonna clip that.
Elon grew up with us. Elon from South Africa.
Yeah, Elon African. He represents for the Africans, man.
Yeah, he represents for the Africans. Yeah, a lot of people don't know Elon Musk.
He said you just lied.
Tweet. And yet you claimed that the hateful content was high.
Well,
that's a false.
No, what I claimed...
You just lied.
What I claimed was there are many organizations that say that kind of information is on the rise. Now, whether it has on my feed or not... I mean, right. And
literally can't name one.
Hey, you see, he's changing it, right? He said on my feed. Now he's saying there's organizations that said it. And then he said, I didn't say it was. When we could just go back 3 minutes when he said on his own feed, it was slightly more racist and slightly more sexist.
It's the same thing to go on with them damn Democrat people. Them lefties, them crazy ass lefties.
This is what we're talking about. This is them. He's a lefty. This is what we're talking about. You know the corporate press is left. And this is what they do. That's why all you got to do is when they're starting to say that things are this bad and be like, all right, give me an example. Tell me. That's all you got to do. Oh, give me an example. And they start going, well, I heard MSNBC told me, CNN said, I heard.
That's just like somebody saying something in the streets. If you go through 5 people, by the time it get to you, it's going to change up 1,000 times.
Or it was just a lie. It was just people talking.
Yeah, it was just a lie. You know what I'm saying. Even if it's a slight truth, by the time it get to you, it's gonna be a whole lie.
It's a whole lot. But like, bro, I didn't do that. What you talking about? I was at work the whole time. What are you talking about? He was like, oh man, they told me that. Oh dang. Yeah. So why you running with it?
Like the Strategic Dialogue Institute in the UK, they will say that. So
look, people will say all sorts of nonsense. I'm literally asking for a single example, and you can't name one.
Right, and as I've already said, I don't use that feed. But
then how would you know that?
I don't think this is getting anywhere.
You literally said you experienced more hateful content, and then couldn't name a single example.
Right, and as I said,
that's absurd.
I haven't actually looked at that feed.
Then how would you know this hateful content?
Because I'm saying that's what I saw a few weeks ago. I can't give you an exact example. Let's move on. We only have a certain amount of time.
Let's move on. You're making me look bad.
Well, COVID misinformation.
Amazing.
You've changed the COVID misinformation.
Has BBC changed its COVID misinformation?
The BBC does not set the rules on Twitter, so I'm asking you.
No, I'm talking about the BBC's misinformation about COVID.
I'm literally asking you about, you changed the labels, the COVID misinformation labels. They used to be a policy, and then it then disappeared. Why do that?
Well, COVID is no longer an issue. Does the BBC hold itself at all responsible for misinformation regarding masking and side effects of vaccinations, and not reporting on that at all? And what about the fact that the BBC was put under pressure by the British government to change its editorial policy? Are you aware of that?
This is not an interview about the BBC.
Oh, you thought it wasn't?
I see now why you've done Twitter Spaces. I am not a representative of the BBC's editorial policy. I want to make that clear.
Oh my God, bro! Talk about getting owned for 5 minutes for real. 5 minutes straight. The man, I wasn't.
He was stuttering. He stuttered like hell.
He said, "Well, sir, you're a liar. Sir, you're a liar."
Sound like a broken record over there
Well,
stuttering.
everybody else said that it was. Everybody else said it.
You listen to
That's
what
your
everybody. I
basis.
told you. The
All
media,
right.
I told you what politics, the media be crucifying brothers severely.
Yeah,
The media
that's
gonna
why.
crucify
That's
you.
exactly why I wanted to show this clip right here because this is the crux of what the media does. And even the people, even the journalists repeating it don't know. If you go ask them, they're just repeating what everybody else said. If you go be like,
Yeah,
"Why'd you say
exactly.
that?" Well, I saw another headline, and I just decided to write a headline too. I mean, I had to get something turned in by 2 o'clock today, or I'll get fired.
Listen, man, in the eye, like anytime a criminal do something, you guilty and to prove it innocent, because the media gonna make you look as bad as they posted. They job is to make you look bad as possible,
Yep,
so you can get your ass convicted.
exactly.
Yeah,
All right, man. We gonna stop it right there. We're gonna keep these morning segments to 10 to 15 minutes as best as we could. And but yeah, we're just gonna bring you tidbits and we might just bring information for the day to start your day. Morning information, or we can keep up with the reaction. So we'll decide. And we got to start getting ready for the next movie night, and we got to set up the series. We got to watch Mr. McMahon. We didn't start watching it, so we got to start watching it. All right. Until next time, guys, we'll be back, and we'll see you today at 7 p.m. Until next time, peace out.
yep.